Hey guys, I'm Navedya and today I'll teach you how to solve the 2x2 Rubik's Cube using the Ortega method or the advanced method. So I'll teach you some basics. Red's opposite is always orange, yellow's opposite is always white, and green's opposite is always blue. Now I'll teach you some cubing movements. When I move my right leg up, it is R, and when I move it down, R prime. L is when I move it down, and L prime is when I move it up. U will be if I move it to my left side, and U prime will be when I move it to my right side. F will be when I move it clockwise, and F prime will be when I move it anti-clockwise. B will be when B prime will be when I move it clockwise, and B will be when I move it anti-clockwise. So let's get started. First step is to solve first phase. Second step is the PLL algorithms, which consist of 7 cases, and the third is the PBL algorithms, which consist of 5 cases. I will have to put this over here. Our first phase is done. Now we move on to our second step, which is PLL algorithm. The PLL algorithms are pretty simple. So my first case is when two of my pieces form a bar and one is facing to me and the other is opposite to this one, and we don't have any color on the upper side. So the formula we use in this step is RU'U'R, R2, U prime, R2, U prime, R2, U2, and R. Now we move on to the second. Case number 2 is when we have one piece on the upper side and all the other 3 pieces are facing towards the right side. You can see all of these are on the right side. You can see over here too. The formula which we use in this is R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, and R prime. Case number 3. When we have one on the upper side and all these are facing to the left side. You can see all of them are on the left side. In this situation, I'll keep this on my back side and the right side, and this is a pretty simple formula: R, U2, R prime, U prime, R, U prime, and R prime. Case number 4. When we have 2 on the upper side which are opposite to each other forming a diagonal and 2 on these side, I'll keep it in such a way that the back one is on my left side and the front one is on my right side, and the one which is over here will be facing to my left. The formula which we use is F, R prime, F prime, R, U, R, U prime, R prime. Case number 5. When we have a bar formed on the upper side and the other one that are on the upper layer are also forming a bar, I'll keep this bar on my left side and follow the formula F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and we have solved the green with this formula too. Case number 6. When we have a bar formed and no bar is in the upper layer, the one which is facing to my left side, I'll keep it in the front such that it is on the right side and the other one is over here. This is a simple formula which I'll use over here: R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R, F prime, and we have solved the last column. The last case number 7, is when we have a bar over here and nothing is on the top layer. We follow the formula R2, U2, R, U2, R2. We have solved the green color with this too. Next, we move on to the PBL algorithm. Case number 1 in the PLL algorithms. When we have this and this interchange in their positions and these are on their correct places. So we'll follow the formula F R U prime R prime U prime R U R prime F prime, then R U R prime U prime R prime F R F prime, and a cube is solved. Case number 2, when we have one side solved along with blue and the green one and these two positions are interchanged. The formula I follow is R U R prime U prime R prime F R2 U prime R prime U prime R U R prime and F prime. Case number 3, when we have a bar on the top and nothing else is solved. The formula which I use is R U prime R F2 R prime U R prime. Now we can just turn it like this and a cube is solved. Case number 4, when we have two bars, I have orange and orange. You can have different colored bars too. I'll keep them one on the other and follow the formula R2 U prime B2 U2 R2 U prime R2, and a cube is solved by this algorithm too. Last case is when we don't have any of the bar or solved portion of the cube except for the first face and the second face. The formula which we use is R2 F2 and R2. Now we can just rotate it and the cube is solved. So if you like my video, please like, share and subscribe, and if you don't know the beginner method for this, I'll share the link in the description box. Thank you.